you so much for joining me today. Yuri Alexander is from Dynamitage Castonguay, which is a drill and blast contractor for mining, quarrying, and civil engineering projects here in Canada. So Yuri, why don't we start by telling us a bit about your background in the industry and your role at Castonguay.
All right, Kate, it's a pleasure being with you today. So I'm currently sitting as president and general manager at Castonguay Blasting. I started with Castonguay 6 years ago as part of a succession plan because we are a family business that needed succession. So yeah, I mean, before that, I've been in the drilling industry as well, but in another drilling sector, exploration drilling, because my family's been in drilling and mining for over 30 years. So it was just natural for me to keep the same path.
Absolutely, and Castonguay is the global contractor, and you're sitting in Val-d'Or right now. So can you tell us a little bit more about the contract you're working on right now in Val-d'Or?
Yeah, I'm currently in Val-d'Or. Actually, our head office is in Val-d'Or, and we have a major gold mine close to Val-d'Or, which is a Canadian Malearctic gold mine. It's about 30 kilometers away from Val-d'Or. So here I am today, physically in Canadian Malearctic, where we have a major contract of drilling the extension phase of Canadian Malearctic.
And of course, for those that don't know, Canadian Malearctic is Canada's largest gold mine, and it's a joint venture between Agnico Eagle and Yamana Gold. And I believe last year they extracted 21 million tons and about 300,000 ounces of gold. So definitely a large-scale operation. And I know the Malearctic extension project is a major part of the mine's life plan. And Castonguay is obviously a key part of developing that project. What are some of Castongay's goals and priorities to keep that project on track for Agnico Eagle and Yamana?
Yeah, sure. As you mentioned, Canadian Malearctic is the largest gold mine, open pit gold mine in Canada. And they're actually extracting around, their production target is around 300,000 tons a day. And their main pit getting deeper, they had problems getting these production targets on a daily basis. So they had to extend on the east end side of the mine, which is called the Barnat extension, which is a natural topography. So our contract is to do the whole drilling eventually for the blasting of that whole extension. So for us, to answer your question, the goal is obviously to attain the daily production targets we're asked to do, and to do it safely. So we have put the resources, such as equipment and manpower, in order to achieve these targets. And we've got a lot of challenges because of the terrain, but you know, we do what needs to be done to do that safely.
Absolutely. And you mentioned investing in equipment, and Castonguay recently invested in Sandvik's new Leopard DI650i DTH surface drill, which is designed exactly for this type of demanding and high capacity application. So what type of work is the DI650i doing at Canadian Malearctic right now?
Well, we have to understand that Canadian Malearctic also has very specific restrictions, because it is an open pit mine that is being developed over an old underground mine. So there's a lot of open stopes underneath. So once we get, the deeper we go and we get over these zones, there's collapsing dangers. So we have to do remote drilling and still drill on the diameter that we're asked to, which is 165 millimeters down the hole. So there's not a lot of equipment in the industry that can allow us to drill that diameter with a down the hole hammer remotely. So that the Leopard offers us that flexibility. So that is the main reason why we've decided to add the Leopard DI650i in our fleet.
Great. And I mean, you mentioned there's some unique challenges in having an open pit over top of a former underground mine. And has Castonguay found that technology and digitalization on this drill can improve your efficiency and productivity?
Yes, for sure. we've only had the drill for 4 weeks, so we're still getting used to know all the technology and advantages that it can give us. But so far, we've noticed a lot of efficiencies, especially from the autonomous functions, for example. So once the hole is drilled to the desired depth, all the drill pipes will be pulled out automatically. It can be done, as fast or faster than the operator, but also a lot safer and with less risk of breakdown on all the carousel mechanical parts. So that's an advantage of the technology it offers us, but also all the digital parameters, all the data it will give us to track the efficiency of our penetration rate, all the pressure measuring, so we can fine tune the drill and use the proper rock tools in order to drill faster.
Yeah, exactly. So it definitely sounds as though the technology and digital features are going to help you to stay on track with those production targets that you need to meet.
Absolutely.
And do you think, I mean, the technology is scalable on the DI650i, so you can start with the digital monitoring, the pipe handling, and those kind of features, and scale up as you're ready for the more advanced digital features. Do you expect the remote operations function is going to help you in the future?
Yeah, of course. And as I said earlier, this function is necessary on this contract because the restricted zones with dangers of collapse, of ground collapse, we will have to use a remote when we use a drill over these zones. But also, just for the operator, it's great flexibility, especially like a nice and sunny day like today. The operator has the choice of either staying in the cab or going out with the remote and being outside. So this is operator friendly, but it's also a feature that is necessary on a contract that we do have here.
Great. So you've actually, as you mentioned, only had the drill for 4 or 5 weeks, so you don't really have any maintenance costs quite yet. But in terms of productivity, is the DI650i meeting your expectations there?
Yeah, like you said, we haven't drilled enough with the drill to track maintenance costs. So, but it has drilled enough for us to track productivity. And so far, yes, this drill meets our expectations in regarding productivity. We had high expectations of this drill because of the power output of the compressor and the strength of the feed and hydraulic pressure, and it meets those expectations. We meet very good productivity with this drill and the diameter we're drilling.
One of the features that I noticed when I saw the new drill at the ConExpo show in Las Vegas earlier this year was how easy the maintenance can be now that all of the key components are accessible from the ground level. So do you expect that change to change your maintenance process at all?
Well, it will make our maintenance process quicker and more efficient for sure. But I think that the biggest thing is all the mechanics will fight to come and maintain it because it's a very mechanical friendly drill. So our mechanics love it so far.
Great. And from what I understand, we actually have a Sandvik mechanic on site today doing the drill's first, what is it, a oil change?
Yeah, it was an oil change on the compressor. It was part of the, I think it was the first oil change to be done on the drill since it's a new drill. So yes, compressor oil change today. Great.
Why don't we go have a chat with Mathieu, our Sandvik technician, and see how all of that looks?
Sure.
All right, so here is Mathieu, our technician today from Sandvik. He's going to go around the drill, open the cabs, and show you guys how easy it is to access the major components of this rig. So Mathieu, maybe you can go ahead and open this up for us. All right, so here we have the engine, Cat C15. And here we have access to the compressor. So if you have to change a belt on the engine, you have easy access here to a belt. Then you got all the engine filters, all here, very easy to access by the side panels. You also have the battery cover here, very easy to access as well.
Right, so it's all accessible from the ground level. And from what I remember seeing the drill, there's actually no rails on the roof because you never have to go up top.
No, you're right. You don't have any. You don't need to go on the top to maintain the drill. You can access everything from ground level.
Right. And let's see what Mathieu was working on today.
Okay, so here he's opening the cab to have access to the compressor. So here we have the receiver of the compressor, which contains all the compressor oil, which is where Mathieu was working today to do the oil change.
I like that. I like the component where are the component or just guys who make this drill. I want to shake his hand.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
So it has been made mechanic friendly.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys. That's great.
Okay, Kate. So now they're gonna start up the drill. I'm in the cab behind Jordan.
And you're in the trainer's position right now, is that right?
Yes, exactly.
The trainer's position is actually behind the driller's seat, where there's room for somebody to stand and guide the driller if they're new to the drill.
Yeah, exactly. So the trainer's sitting behind, and you can see everything that the operator is doing on the drill. He can also see the screen, see the joysticks here, here, and of course you can see the drill pipe going down the hole. All right, so now the hole has reached its depth, and now the drill is pulling the rods out automatically. So as you can see, the operator isn't doing anything, just looking around, making sure that everything's fine. So now the hole is finished. So everything's out. So we've drilled an 11.5 meter hole in 21 minutes and 41 seconds.
Awesome. Right, so that must make it helpful for you to keep on track of your production targets.
Yeah, for sure. And it also helps us when we do the parameter setting, like feed pressure, rotation pressure, and so on. So and when we try out, some new bits or hammers, and then we can track the efficiency of these components.
Right, it's really easy for you to just compare if a new bit is performing better or if you need something else.
Exactly. We have tried different type of rock tools since the beginning, and we've appreciated the performance of the Sandvik, the new Sandvik hammer. We had very positive feedback on the performance of this new hammer, and as far as bit performance and durability, we've also been satisfied about it. So.
So Yuri, how important is drilling efficiency and productivity when you're working on a mining contract or any contract for that matter?
Well, drilling efficiency and productivity is key, especially on a contract like we have here in Canadian Malearctic, where we do drilling only. Usually we do drilling and blasting, but on this particular contract, we do drilling only. So drilling productivity is everything. The more you produce and the more you're efficient, the less drills and the less manpower you require, and then you obviously reduce your risk on the field, but you also increase your profitability.
Absolutely. And do you think that investing in a technologically advanced fleet is going to give Castonguay any competitive advantage when bidding on contracts in the future?
Absolutely. We believe in this vision. I mean, we believe it will allow us to do things differently and do some things that others can't do. But also just getting more efficient, more productive with that new, the advantages that new technology gives us. Of course, we think that this is going to give us an edge over the competition.
And I can only imagine as you start to become familiar with the data that's coming off the drill, you'll be able to start doing predictive maintenance on your fleet and using more remote capabilities, which will certainly help you with monitoring costs.
Definitely. I mean, monitoring maintenance costs is very important, and keeping that cost low is also very important. So we plan on using that technology and data to help us reduce that cost.
Okay, thanks so much again, Yuri.
Okay, Kate.
Okay, take care. Bye.